my beautiful Gemini friends. Welcome to your reading. We're going to do a quick little mashup here between the end of April and the month of May 2020. It all feels like 2020, doesn't it? Wow, we got something popping out here. Spiritual career. Some of you are considering a spiritual career. And also, this is something that you're looking for a career in where you can express your love, express yourself, express spirit and through love. And there's something to do with ministry here. And guidance in regards to expressing through you with your ministry. That's interesting. All right, so I think that's for a select few of you. I'm sure you're not all ministers. Although it would be great. I'm sure you'd all be wonderful at it. So here's what we're going to do. We're doing our little mashup here for April and May. We're going to take a look at your current energy. We're going to take a look at tarot. We're going to take a look at finances because we have this cool little deck. Just pick up one card, it's easier. This cool little deck that's got money, money, money on it. And we'll take a look and see. We'll take a looky-loo at how things are going there for you as well. All right, Gemini, let's get started. Where you at? What you know? Creativity and adventure. Again with the creativity. Okay. Yes. So Gemini is interesting with all these retrogrades that are happening and about to happen and so forth. From what I'm hearing, Gemini is one of the most persevering signs in all this chaotic nonsense this year, and that you're able to kind of find those windows and find those doors in order to manifest what you want. There's your manifestation card. You're using your individuality. But I feel as though you're definitely going towards something new. You have a lot of energy coming forward with the 3, the 1, and the 8. You're bringing something into fruition. Some of you, I'm seeing that, what is this, it's like a sport bicycle, something or another track, bike track. It's like when you ride a bike, but like it's like a dirt bike, kind of, not like a motorized thing though. It's not necessarily, no. You're getting into biking. Okay. I got into biking too. It's very fun and very cooling. If you're in a hot weather environment, it's nice because you can exercise with a breeze. Anyhow, I digress. Yep, new beginnings popping out right there. You have new beginnings, and I'm seeing it here with you're manifesting. You've got individuality coming forward, and if you just roll with that, Gemini, go with your gut. Okay, go with what you're getting from your solar plexus. You have a nice bright solar plexus. Things are happening. Go with what you love. Go for that adventure because you're being called towards this adventure. Whatever it is you're considering is coming from both your heart and also from, I think spirit is here to help you as well with the 11 card. But also you're going to be manifesting. You have the manifestation card. You have an 8 there. Things are coming into physical reality. Okay. And you have a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 1. It's coming. There's a little bit of activity that you may have to do. But basically, if you're an Abraham Hicks follower, you don't have to do too much. You just have to follow those nudges. And that's beautiful energy, Gemini. You're doing very, very well. All right, so there's a lot of cards here, so I'm just going to choose one to sit up here to remind you. You got new beginnings. Go for it, babe. Go for it. Okay, let's do the tarot and see what we can see in the details of all that nitty-gritty stuff going on for Gemini. Nitty-gritty stuff, huh? You got nitty-gritty stuff going on, Gemini. What is the nitty-gritty for Gemini? That seems to be the word for Gemini. Nitty-gritty. All right. Ooh. Six of Pentacles, yes. So Six of Pentacles is in your recent past. Now, sometimes that can be a card of giving or receiving. In this particular case, I'm seeing where this person is keeping their balance while at the same time I'm seeing coins flow out to others. So it's as though you have been practicing how to keep your balance and still keep that flow, that ebb and flow kind of going. You're able to still make your choices, and you're really maintaining quite well. You're balancing your life. You're keeping it in balance. At the same time, you know, you're not being withholding to others. Okay. Sometimes that's hard to do. All right. So what's happening for Gemini now? Ace of Cups reversed. Now, these cards are not set up in reverse, and interesting, as I flip that over, I notice it's a Three of Swords. There's some separation for you, Gemini, going on. This could have to do with a water sign. It could have to do with an earth sign. Some kind of separation. We'll take a look at that. It's a bit of a burden. So you are carrying a lot for sure. You do have a lot on your plate with these new beginnings and things that you're manifesting and things that are coming forward. I see where you've been kind of taking care of business. You've been manifesting and doing your stuff here. But it's now becoming a bit of a burden in your life, in that your love life is turning upside down. Ace of Cups reversed. You're getting a little bit out of... Are you getting out of balance, or are you just getting out of something that's not working? Let's see. Something or someone is becoming a burden. Let's see, what is this burden that is turning your frown upside down, or turning your cup upside down? I think I'm shaking the camera with my shuffling. I'm sorry about that. I move things around. Yeah, okay. So we have some kind of soulmate here. Let me see if I can loosen that up. All right. Does that help? Soulmate action here. Some soulmate is not happy. Why do we have this Ace of Cups reversed, please? Oh, I just saw the Sun card flash. Okay, so I think we're going to come back to this with some clarification cards. Let's go ahead and get the layout going, but you got something going on there, Gemini. All right, so where are we going in? Headed into the future. The dogs just ran out of the room. Somebody's running out. Okay, so we have Chariot and Strength. You were definitely taking off. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so the Chariot card is running forward. Okay, you can hear the horses. You can hear them, and you're taking off with great strength. You're doing your thing. Eight of Wands. Yes. So it's interesting because usually I read Eight of Wands as something coming into us, but I'm seeing this as like, you're taken off. So whatever plans you had that you were, you've been kind of stewing on, I'm seeing kind of start to take off and start to really manifest like very quickly. They're coming about. Yep. Oh. Creating chaos. Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in the environment there. This is new business, new money, new life, new manifestation. 10 of Cups. Wow. Uber happy because we moved on. We moved on from something that was giving us grief or bullcrap, or giving us shade, giving us a burden is what I'm looking for. Okay. So How are you in this? Yeah, Knight of Swords. Dude, you're in a hurry. You're in a fire of a hurry. Or a Sword of Knights in a hurry. The fastest knight in the tarot, Knight of Swords. You're flying, babe. You got your sword, you got your air sign sword, and you're out of here. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so no longer, if you've been in a third-party situation, whether it be a person, a place, or a thing, that's something that's just kind of like jamming up the channels here with this Ten of Wands kind of energy is becoming a burden. I feel like you've sliced through it. You've like taken off and done your thing, doing what you got to do to get rid of that burden. Because that Three of Pentacles is no longer. You're flipping it upside down. It's coming out reversed. Again, I have nothing in this deck that is set up as reversed, but I do accept them on occasion when I feel the nudge. We have Page of Pentacles here. There's some kind of message, something going on here with Five of Pentacles. Somebody is feeling a little bit left out. But you have a new idea here. You have a new idea with a new soulmate, possibly. You may have a new soulmate, some of you coming in, some new person. Could be a Cancer, could be a Leo, but doesn't have to be. All right, so out with the old and in with the new. What is your outlook on this? Yeah, Six of Wands. You're getting attention. You're getting accolades. You're making it happen, making it move, Gemini. All right. And how are you seeing the other person or the other environment? Queen of Swords. That's you, Gemini. You're seeing this environment, this job, this person. It's kind of like they're your bitch. It's seldom that I actually say a word like that on here, but it had to come out. Okay, so, oh yeah. Now we got the Scorpio here. We got the Death card. There's something that you have transformed that you're like, yeah, I got this. My thumb is on it, pegged, done, and happening. So we got the Tower card here. That is Mars energy, or also Scorpio energy. The Two of Wands, some kind of new path going on here. Nine of Swords with a little bit of anxiety. The Hangman, new perspective. And Seven of Swords, somebody is not trustworthy. I feel like that's you, Queen of Wands there. You see right through someone or some situation. And I feel like you're going to reject this situation. Yeah. There's some situation that you're seeing right through. You're going to cut right through it. My little air sign, you're going to use that sword. Yep, you got the World card here. That's endings and beginnings. Major chapters change. End of a chapter, beginning of a new chapter. Definitely new beginnings. And what do those new beginnings look like? Oh, we got a flipper stuck in here. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. And the Emperor. You're taking control. You're doing your business, doing your thing. You got it. You got it going on, Gemini. You're rocking this. I need to call you. What you doing different than me? Okay, we have Temperance, Three of Wands, and Nine of Pentacles sticking out to me. Okay, so this is kind of like, okay, so once you barrel through this scenario, I feel like you're being called to like, okay, so barrel through, do what you got to do to start that new beginning, okay? It may be this last kind of like oomph of a push through. And then it's kind of like, okay, so now you've got a direction. Now you know that you have control. Now you know, Nine of Pentacles, you're going to stand on your own and survive and make it through this. And make yourself happy with the Nine of Cups. You're going to please yourself as well. You get the Hierophant, the Ace of Wands. All right, I meant to, there, hang on. Come on. All right, the Hierophant, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Wands. Somebody else might be trying to ride on your coattails with this. Yeah. Okay, so some of you might push forward into some kind of, you might solidify a relationship, whether it be a marriage, an engagement, a move-in, or just establishing that nobody's dating anybody else. But I saw the Hierophant in there and the Justice, so some of you might be getting married, maybe for security purposes, maybe not. Yeah, so somebody's been waiting for this. All right. So this is quite a mixed bag, though, because for all of you, this new beginning, this new chapter, you know, it's going to be different for different Geminis and whatever it is that your heart's desire. But I feel like the biggest takeaway in this is that 10 of Cups kind of scenario and the 6 of Swords. You're cutting loose that person, place, or thing, that job, that career, that person, whatever it may be in your life. And you're kind of moving on, you're moving forward, and you're like, you know, out with the old. And then you have 10 of Cups. You have 10 of Cups over here, and you have 10 of Pentacles over here with the Emperor card and the World card. So you're starting to take control of your life, and you're gaining a lot of momentum with that control. You have the Strength card, the Emperor card, the Chariot. I mean, you have a lot of momentum building behind all of this new beginning, this new chapter for yourself. So all in all, overall, I would say it's very positive. It's a very positive reading. Now, there might be some people, places, or things that you cut out. Some of the people might not be too pleased about that. But overall, I feel like, you know, it's your life. You're gonna do what you need to do for your own book. And to move on to the next chapter, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? Sometimes you need a character kill off to make the movie right. All right, so King of Pentacles popping out here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. What's going on here? Okay. This, oh, wow. Got quite a few cards. All right, I may not keep all these, but let's read them. Let's look at them. Okay, so we have the Devil card and the Judgment card. Okay, it's almost like, do I dare say it? It's almost like good and evil. But so essentially, you know, it's basically, you know, that little devil on the shoulder on one side and the little angel on the other side telling you, do it, don't do it. You know, that kind of scenario. But I feel like you're being called to take a look at the toxicity, in particular with an earth sign in your life. You have this Ace of Swords here, and yeah, because I feel like you may have blocked this person, you may have rejected this person emotionally in some regard, and you may need to take some action as far as having a little bit of patience and just kind of tempering that. Some of you might also be tempering some kind of concern regarding a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Who may be feeling rejected at this time. So you might be trying to rekindle or restart something with the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a water sign. Yeah, okay. So now I'm starting to feel that, like, out with the devil, out with the addictive codependency, out with the toxicity, and you're bringing in this new judgment energy. You're bringing in the new judgment energy, saying, you know what, this is not good for me, or this is good for me, and making your decisions accordingly, which makes sense. I mean, if you're doing that, that's definitely going to bring the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles for sure. With the Emperor card, you do have a little bit of control. That's Aries Taurus energy. Aries energy can be a little harsh, but it's showing up in the Emperor here with the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like that's more about you taking control of your finances, of your work life, of things like that. I don't feel like that's taking control over another person or a relationship or anything like that. It doesn't feel toxic to me, is basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, so moving on with the outcome and how you're going to see this outcome. 5 of Wands. The 4 of Wands, relationship energy. There's some kind of internal conflict here. And the Moon, you got some fears. All right. And that kind of makes sense to me too, when you're letting go of, especially those of you that are in this current energy where, you know, current to past energy, where you have let go of things that weren't working for you. And now you're moving into a new romantic situation, whether it be a rekindling or a new person. I could see where maybe some of those fears might kind of pop up. Maybe you have some internal conflict on that. But at the same time, Gemini, you were at the bottom of the deck here, the Lovers, and the Empress. So, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah. I don't think that, you know, I don't feel like you really have anything to fear. I feel like what you have in the outcome in this relationship is something you have manifested, and some, you know, we often, you know, will manifest something we fear, but I don't feel like that is the case in this particular instance, where you've definitely been manifesting. Some of you have been doing more than just wishful hoping and thinking. You can do magic. Okay, so yeah, I definitely see some good things there for you in this relationship. I feel like you are getting rid of toxic stuff that's not working, toxic people that aren't working, toxic jobs, careers, so forth, things that just are not fitting anymore. And you have definitely found your direction and where you want to go, and you found that new beginning. It's looking good, and it's all fitting. So between the numerology deck and the tarot, it makes sense that it's all fitting. So I'm feeling pretty confident in this. Let's go forward and see what the money's looking like, because with that 10 of Pentacles, my gosh, we should be floating on air, Gemini. All right, let's take a looky-loo at finances. I'm just going to put this all together real quick here. Straighten it out on offline. All right. So, Gemini and their 10 of Pentacles. Let's see what the money is looking like. Almost forgot the dice. Let's see again. Let's look at the dice first. What's the financial energy? Okay, so we have just give me a second. Yeah, see, 1, 2, 3, 4 sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way through. You're pushing all the way through. Financially, you got good stuff going on. Okay. And synchronicity wise, you have a 1 and a 1, a 2 and a 2, a 4 and a 4. Okay, so what's missing is that second 3, which tells me there's just a little bit more activity. So just a little bit more of those gentle nudges that you follow through on some things. And that's what's going to push you through. That's that energy that we saw that just like whoosh, pushed you right through. Okay, so just follow those nudges. Follow the nudge. Okay, so what's going on for Gemini? Oh. Five of Diamonds. And what negates that? So recently I feel like you've been kind of concerned and worried about, like, shoot, have I saved enough? Have I paid off enough debt? Have I don't know, do I have enough money to handle whatever I need to handle? So you have had some concern in the recent past with the 5 of Diamonds. You felt a little beat up about it as well. But what's going to be that push through? What's that push through? What are those nudges that are going to come forward to help propel you forward? Because you are definitely being propelled. What's that? Whoa. All right, so what is the push through for Gemini? I'm getting 2 more cards, I was told, so hang on. 2 more cards. There's some kind of idea that you have been taking a close look at. And probably more than just taking a close look at, I feel as though you might be kind of swimming in it mentally. You are letting it cycle. And it's even coming through in your sleep or in your dreams or something of that nature where you're trying to get rest, but it's still cycling through. But I feel like the key is definitely to go with something that you love, something that feels good. And it's like that's the key to your door. Sorry, that was me getting all twisted there. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so interesting, because I'm getting this, like, as soon as you figure out your relationship stuff, that's when all this releases. Like, as soon as you set something or someone aside, and I feel like this has to do more with relationship. It could be a certain event, but it feels more relationshipy, if that's a word. Once you have that kind of wrapped up, that's when you'll be able to release and push forward. It's like this part of it is holding you up and manifesting. Yep, there it is. Queen of Diamonds. Interesting. So once this relationship scenario is kind of put to bed, put to rest, that's when things will start to break free for you, and you'll be able to have your new beginning financially. Things will kind of get lighter and you'll be able to move forward. But there's something holding you back with some connection with another person. And this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it could be. But there is another relationship with a person that is kind of holding you hostage. Not that that person is doing it, but it's that connection that's kind of causing that disconnect with you progressing forward. And when you start to progress forward in more of a free kind of manner, that's when you're free to bring forward all that manifestation. You start to get that major momentum going, because it's momentum that I saw for you. So right now, things, leading up to now, things have been kind of stagnant, and but you will start to build that momentum once you free yourself from this burden. Because we did see that burden. We saw the 10 of Wands in the current energy, but we see you releasing that rather soon. I would say probably in the next month or two, even though, I know we said April or May, but for some of you, it might be June. So let's take a look at the door that you're going into. All right, spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Okay, so that makes sense too, because, in the tarot we saw the Queen of Swords, and we saw the Death card, which is about transformation as well. So Gemini, this is your part of the transformation. Everybody in the world right now is kind of going through something, it feels like. And for you, Gemini, this is a part of your transformation, whereas you are going through some ascension process where you're going to be able to release something. It's like something that burden that you have either been holding on to, or it's been holding on to you. Either way, it's starting to break free in the next month and a half, for some of you 2 months. But from now till the end of May, let's say in general, and give or take a month, it will start to release, and you'll be able to break free. And it's almost like when something's been held back, and then suddenly it's like released, and it's like, you're just going to rocket forward. Whew, okay. So that's a pretty cool reading, Gemini. I was quite intrigued the whole time. All right, my dear, that's what we got for you from now through the end of May. And of course, time is, not linear, so it's going to be a little different in the timing for all of you. But in general, it's going to be somewhere between, 1 to 2 months is the time frame. And if it's not your story, then there's plenty of readers out there to catch on to your story, and check in with us next time, because it might be your story. All right, my dears, smash the heck out of that little like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. We would love to have you in the collective. As you come into the collective and provide your input of energy through the guides, then we can talk about your story some more. All right, we will talk to you soon. Thanks, Gemini.